So hey guys, we're here with Stephen today. And what did you play, Stephen?
I played a fusion pile deck. It's Invoked, Branded, DPE, Dogmatica, the works. Basically put this deck together, every hand was just gas. You have so many fire spell cards that do so much. And I played it at the 3v3. I didn't drop a single game. I went undefeated every single round, 2-0'd my opponents. My team, on the other hand, didn't do so well, but this deck was just fire. Like when I tell you it didn't drop a game, not a single game came close. Well, let's get straight into it. So we start.
For the Chatsu 3v3 deck profile.
So let's put this upside down so you guys can see. So we're already starting with the best normal summon in the game. We're doing 3 Alistair the Invoker.
The classic.
You know when you summon this card and your opponent goes from a smile to a frown, you know they're not prepared for it. You know they're like, what are they up against? They're going to get to a Macabre.
Alistair in 2022.
Yes, and we have another 3 copies of Alistair. Magical Meltdown. Meltdown is just insane. If you use your on-summon effects when you fusion summon, they cannot respond to it. It's an insane card. And hot take, I like to play 2 Invocation instead of the 1. I'd like to, because if the 1 ever gets DD crowed or whatever, it's really hard to play from then. You're basically bricking every single time. I do love 2, I like the ratio. Never get punished for it, don't play more than 2. And we have the 7th copy of Alistair with Terraforming. I do not like Terraforming when I get drolled after on Resolution, but it's so good to have.
May I say, those are very nice rarity Invoke engines. Thank
you. And into Dogmatica, we have 3 Dogmatica Ecclesia. This lets us play through the D barriers, and basically we get to Ecclesia, we get to set up a Fleur Negate. Ecclesia is very good, it's a good extender as well. You don't have to use the effects, so you're not locked out of the extra deck. Also, it's a good send from one of the cards I'm going to show you later on. We play the 1 Fleur and the 1 Maximus. Maximus, Winder, still a very good setup. Obviously, it's not good against Despia. I usually side that out a lot. I usually always side this card going second. But it's still very good to set up your Winder. And the Fleur is a negate, beat stick. We play 2 Nadir Servant because it is at 2. That's also why we bumped up Ecclesia to 3. Nadir being at 2 just makes the Dogmatica stuff more consistent. Also, this lets you send Entis, maybe pop a Floodgate or whatever. Maybe an anti... Oh, never mind, not an anti-spell. But any Floodgate you might be up against. We played the Dogmatica Shadow Schism. Might as well be a Dogmatica card at this point. This is obviously facilitate Winder. Now, since post-ban list we don't see this that much, I play Fusion Destiny. It's a very good card to draw. Yes, obviously any deck you want to play the bricks. Well, you don't want to play the bricks, but you do draw them. But yeah, we definitely play this this without Verte. It is a little harder, but like I said, there's so many cards you can draw, and we have ways to get into Fusion Destiny. Still a very good engine. We play 3 Branded Fusion, and then 2 Fallen of Albaz. Like I said, it's another power spell card. The restriction from just going into Fusion Summoning, it doesn't really affect you that much. Obviously, you don't go to the Secure Gardener Almirage play, but you just end on Mirror Jade, DPE, Mirror Jade DPE Winder, or you have Mirror Jade DPE Macabre. There's just so many good boss fusion monsters that you can go into. That's why it's a fusion pile.
To play through that.
It's literally insane. Then we play 2 search cards. We play 2 Protest Prosperity. This lets you search for the Fusion Destinies or the any starter that you need. Like if you get ashed, you're gonna have so many other cards that they're gonna want to ash. Whether it's Alistair, Fusion Destiny, Nadir Servant. It's just whatever they decide to ash, you have free reign afterwards. It's just so insane. This helps you search for Fusion Destiny if you don't top deck it. Obviously, it's another bonus. And I'll show you guys what the normal 3 banishes are. We play the 1 Chord by. This is for the Ash, or you're never really playing into Nib because you'll always have Macabre set up. You'll always have that negate. So, but Chord by is it's very good as well.
It should really get banned.
Oh, I definitely think this should be banned. We play 3. This is into the hand traps now. We play 3 Ash Blossom, FTK versus Branded. Obviously, there's some targets you want to hit in Sword Soul, like the Emergence, the Ecclesia, if they start off with the Ecclesia. Ash, very good this format. Definitely play 3.
When is it not good in the format?
Of course.
Yes.
Then we play triple Imperm. A lot of the times, I'm saving Imperm to use on my turn to just negate their boss that they set up. But Imperm's really good, especially if they want to, depending on where they go with plays. Definitely play 3 Imperm. Don't use it prematurely. I really love holding onto it. If their end board is just like a Mirror Jade, they don't use their effect on their turn. I prefer to just Imperm it. Don't have to worry about getting anything banished, like my Alistair or whatever. 3 Imperm, definitely agree with.
Also good with access code, right? If they end on an access code, Imperm.
So,
yes.
Also, in the same kind of respect to Imperm as far as holding on to, this is just to kind of break their board. We play 3 Droplets. Droplets it's so nice because you always have like a meltdown on board that you can just get rid of really after you're done using it. And usually if they're chaining to your Alistair or they're chaining to pretty much anything, you just basically Droplets. You can send, you get free negates. Droplets, insane. I definitely think it's main worthy. Obviously Psyduck going first. Then the last 3 we play is 3 Effect Veiler.
Effect sexy.
Thank you. It is not my budget Starlight, obviously. Starlights are in the works, but I don't sleep on the Platinum Res. I really like the Platinum Res. Basically, it's a light. You can get sent off Branded Fusion. Also, it's really good this format too. And now we'll go into the extra deck. Show you guys why I play some of the cards. So we're going to play the Almirage and Secure Gardener. Yes, Branded Fusion locks us into fusions, but on the times that we don't have that 3 of Branded Fusion, we can play the normal Invoked, end on like the Invoked Macabre. We can obviously set up a Maximus, end on Winda. Very strong cards. We play those 2. Then we play the double Macabre. Going second, you obviously banish the one of Prosperity. You usually always banish the one of Prosperity. It does come up in the grind game going for the second one. But yeah, definitely play the double. We don't want to be caught without it. Play the Egoides. Egoides is something you can abuse with Meltdown. On summon, you trigger Egoides effect. They can't respond. It's just, that's one of the advantages you can take by playing Egoides. Must have. And we play the one Purgatrio. Purgatrio helps going for games, especially if like they're playing defensive. And yeah, you just want to go for that extra damage and time. You attack into a defense monster or anything, or just to go for game. We play the double Mirror Jade. You're usually only going into one Mirror Jade. There are times when you go into the second, but it's in the grind games. But double Mirror Jade. Then we play the double Albion. Basically in this deck, you're usually summoning the Albion going into the Mirror Jade, and then you're sending an Albion for follow-up. You search the next Branded Fusion. I think 2 is good. The only thing that we don't play Libellion.
No Libellion, why is that?
We don't play Libellion because basically we don't really want to. We're not really going to recycle the Macabre and bring it back. The Mirror Jade and bring it back. We just want to get the Mirror Jade. Once that's gone, we're not really hoping to get another Branded Fusion. It's like once we get it out there, we get it out there. If it comes up again, it comes up again. But we don't really need to. Plus, there aren't really that many good Darks to send off. Obviously, you've got Alistair, but you don't really want to send that. And we play the DPE. Still really insane. Still really. Without Verte, you have so many strong spell cards that are fusions and ways to dig into your DPE. I just think it's still really, really strong. We play the Entis. Usually this is getting sent to remove any back row that causes issues, like any skill drains, etc. We play the Titaniclad. And another reason why we don't play the Libellion, because we can always Branded Fusion for Titaniclad. We can send the Albaz and the Fleur, which meets the criteria.
Anyone forgot? This requires a full-on of Albaz's material. So
insane. So that's why we don't play the second Libellion, because there are other fusion, Branded Fusion targets. We play the App Clone and the Winda. Obviously everyone knows these two. Yeah, Winda wins games. It has win in its name. Like it is insane. And now the side deck. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the main deck. So basically, I know obviously people won't always agree with the decisions you make, but this hand, you do test hands, you make the deck yourself. It is straight, it is gas. You've always got something to play through. Ash hurts obviously, but when you have so many other power spell cards that you don't want to be Ash, you can usually bait it as well. It's just, I really like how every single hand is always going to have one of those boss monsters, and if you manage to get them all out, you've basically won that duel.
There's also the classic normal summon Alistair, Ash the Alistair, invocation in hand.
That's why you play 2. That's why you play 2 as well. Better chance to draw it. Then we go to the side deck. We have triple Nibiru.
Those are sexy.
Yeah, obviously triple Nibiru. I like maining Nibiru obviously because Despia is in the format. We have a lot of striker players here, so I don't think Nibiru is main worthy. I definitely think it is side worthy. 100%. You don't want to be not playing Nibiru. We are playing 3 Cosmic Cyclones. Cosmic Cyclone. No one likes being Mystic Mind. No one likes being hit with Floodgates. It's good to hit the skill drain, hit the anti-spell, chain it to the activation. Very good card. We play 3 Droll and Lockbird. Droll is insane against Despia and insane against Drytron. Like honestly, if someone is going to upstart Goblin you, and then you hit them with Droll afterwards, that's one of the top 3 best feelings in Yu-Gi-Oh! You get 1,000 points, and your opponent can't add any more cards from the deck to the hand. And we play triple Evenly Matched. Evenly Matched is kind of like our board breakers. Having droplets with Evenly Matched is just insane. It wipes their whole board. Also good against the back row decks, the Eldritch decks. You know, they absolutely hate Evenly Matched. Never prepared for it.
Those were mine.
Those were his. These were Brian's, but they're mine now. Yes. Very nice. And lastly, these shouldn't be these. But what is this? We play 3 Gameciel. Oh! These should be the Wind Kaiju. Basically, there are Ignister players. This outs their towers. But I would be playing the Wind Kaiju. Obviously, against the more like the Wind Statue, it does suck. You have to crash with Alistar, worst case scenario. But I would trade these in for Wind Kaijus, but Kaiju is just insane in this format as well. Like against Ignister, you don't have to worry about not having it out and just losing to it. And that will wrap that up. This deck is just it's definitely not like top 5 decks considered. But if you grab this deck and you just test around with it, every single you don't brick on hands. I can draw both DPE bricks, but the spells that go with it, insane. Just straight gas, straight fire. Really love the deck. And really looking forward to new format, Oceanics. But definitely subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a lot more videos. We're going to have a lot more decks. Me and Brian have got a lot of stuff cooking up in the vault. And subscribe to the channel. Be part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Auction Kingdom. Definitely, don't forget. Alright, Steven from Top Deck, out.
Wait, they will cut this.
Yeah.